right, good folks. You now tuned into the Captain's Law podcast, episode 12, fitness. I got my good man on here with me today, my man Lamarr. What's up now? What's going on?
What's going on, man? It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, man. I got my good man, OCB and IFPA bodybuilder, man. What you been up to?
Trying to survive COVID. Trying to survive COVID.
Man, just COVID, dog. COVID fucking 19, bruh. Everything
Man.
good? How baby girl?
Good. Good, man. I'm actually trying to get her into it. I already got her posing.
Oh, yeah?
2 years old.
Try to get her on the show, huh?
Trying to get her in
You
the
you
show.
think about doing that for real, having a young child that's, you know what I'm saying, built up?
Yeah, they actually start at 4 and 5. They actually got shows where they got 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds come out there and do little performance.
Wow. Hey, man, well, good luck to you, man. Shit, if you can keep that attention span together, man, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, you'll be good to go.
Yeah, she's been to a couple of shows, so she's been around it. She sits there and she actually is intrigued by it. So
Yeah.
she try to emulate a lot of the girls that I coach and train.
Okay. All right, man. Well, I brought you on here, man, to talk fitness, you know what I'm saying? And I think due to the current situations of the world right now, you know what I'm saying, I definitely consider you the expert on it, man. You know, especially for me, man. You know, I worked out with you plenty of times. You know, you had my shit tight. And you know, being stuck in the house, man, you know, not being able to really, well, you can move around, but mostly having to do shit outside or do it in your own house, man, it definitely can be tough, man. But just give me some background, man, on your, you know, your career in fitness.
All right, well, a lot of people don't know, man. I've been training for about a total of 18 years now. Pretty much started in-home training. I used to travel to people's houses, and I was charging about $10 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I was seeing about 8 people a day. And by the end of the day, as much as I drove around and trained, man, I really wasn't even making nothing but like $30 a day.
Yeah.
But I was putting everything into it. You know, it took about 2-3 years to really grow a name, and this mainly started out in Baltimore. Started to really grow a name in Baltimore as being a really good in-home trainer.
Yeah.
So out of convenience, but me it was the builder base and it was out of love. So I used to carry around a medicine ball, a jump rope, and a couple of other things, man. And I used to make it work from there.
Yeah, that's good, man. I mean, you know, you find that passion, man, you know, you just stick with it. And, you know, who knows what it turns into down the line, man. That's just like, you know, this podcast, man. You know what I mean? Before podcasts were even a thing, people was telling me that I should do something like this because of my personality, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And shit like that. So I mean I think I'm overdue, man, but better late than never.
Yeah, I agree.
But man, so I know you was doing boot camps, man, before everything, man. I mean, how was that going? Do you have like a lot of your clients is like, man, when you gonna start it back up, or you know, maybe you trying to squeeze maybe a few people in here and there. I know that shit was a lot at one time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I was doing boot camp 3 days a week. On top of that, some of the people that were in boot camp were personal clients, and then some of them were actually online clients. I have a pretty good retention rate, and I still retain a lot of those clients. They are waiting for me to start back up. It's just that you know, with all the liabilities, with a lot of things going on, and being in such an enclosed facility like that,
Yeah.
and the volume of people that I have, I'm really kind of like cautious. So
Yeah, you just never know, man. I mean, that's just like, you know, in sports, man, you know, in football and basketball, you know, they got these dudes taking COVID-19 tests every day and people still getting sick, you know what I'm saying? Then now you talking about you a personal trainer, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have no way to make sure folks is, you know, doing what they need to do outside of, you know, when they training with you. So I mean, I can understand it's a liability. You don't want that to spread or you even bring that home, you know what I mean?
yeah, it's a lot, man. And then also people who have kids and stuff, it was just a lot for them because you know, with all this going on, they had to entrust somebody else with their kids while they coming to work out.
Yeah.
Before this came about, it's a lot easier for people to find babysitters and trust people, you know, and everything they're doing.
Yeah. Of the fact that I see more people outside, like, especially out here, man, like every day somebody cycling, they walking, they, you know what I'm saying, they jogging, they, you know, they doing the little soccer stuff. You know, this was before the you know, they opened the parks and stuff back up. I feel like I never seen so many people, so many black people, you know what I'm saying, like outside, like trying to get it in by any means, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree, man. It's a great thing to see. I feel like a lot of people visited a lot of childhood um, ways of exercising, but I think that a lot of people are using this time to actually bond again with their families, and on
Yeah.
top of that, is actually become a more of a therapeutic thing for people to get out on a daily basis.
It is, man. Like it's you really think about a lot of this shit that we took for granted, like just going for a walk. You know what I mean? Throw your earphones on, or just make a phone call, take a 1 or 2 mile walk, man. You just never know. That shit does a world of difference for you, man. But that's just one thing I noticed, and I felt like I was like, damn. I was like, is this what needed to happen for people to realize that? Hey, you got to get off your ass and get out the house. Now, granted, this is only because it's spring and summertime. I'm curious to how it's going to be in the winter. I actually don't think that the numbers and shit going to drop until it's too cold for anybody to be outside. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's actually going to get a lot worse uh, because it's going to be flu season on top of COVID. Putting those two together is going to be pretty rough. But
Who knows, man?
I'm actually curious to see as well how many people stay active. But I do believe that a lot of people will be, because they're coming out with so many different in-home avenues
Yeah, yeah,
of working out, and it people interest has already been intrigued by just finding multiple ways to do basic things, and I think a lot of people are starting to really enjoy getting in shape again, as opposed to following the basic routines of going to the gym and working around nothing but bodybuilders, where I think they're starting to feel a lot more encouraged when they go
yeah.
outside and they can wave at their neighbors doing the same thing.
It's funny you mentioned that, man, about the new ways, man. It's funny. Something I noticed when I was like, man, it's always about that money, man. So when all the gyms and stuff got shut down, you know what I'm saying? People was kind of like, I felt like it was like a little hiatus where people was like, what the hell do we do? Or maybe it wasn't warm enough to start coming out yet. And then all of a sudden they come out with this workout mirror.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like, bruh, so let me give you $1,500 so you can give me this mirror and I can do exercises on it.
yeah, I
You
think
know what I'm
that's
saying?
pretty cool. I just wish that the price was a little more
Yeah,
reasonable.
nobody paying no 1,500 for that. You can go to YouTube. It's all these people out here where you can watch that shit for free. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
I
saying?
think it just gives more of a like I said, when I go back to being a in-home personal trainer, I think it gives more of that feel where they have somebody directly in front of them in the living room, and I think it changes person per person. You can do a woman, a man, or you know what I mean. Pick a fitness expert that you want to follow. Also, I think it changes with the level of intensity as well. But they're like
Mm.
in your face, as opposed to you trying to stay back, work out, and look on a computer screen.
So you think it's worth the 15?
The way things are heading in the future, I think so, yeah. Because if you really sit down and think about it, you have people that could pay $1,500 in 2 months for a personal trainer, where
Oh, well, yeah, 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 yeah.
you could pay $1,500 and have something that work that you can follow for almost probably a year to 2 years, in case you ever have any defaulty systems and had to
Yeah,
get it
yeah.
serviced. But until then, you got
Yeah.
somebody in your face, and you can do it at your own leisure. You don't have to schedule a time with a trainer. You don't have to worry about leaving the house for the gym. And like you mentioned, the winter, when you're in the house, man, it's cold outside. You can do everything, especially
Yeah,
if you're working
yeah,
from
yeah.
home.
Well, I guess it's cheaper than building a home gym. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is, because all you need is
Because you
just a
don't
little
really
bit of
need you don't
space.
really need shit. Listen, I'm more of a do more with less type of guy. Anyway, I go out back and pick up a couple of bricks, man, and just do me some curls. I'm good. I don't need all that state of the art shit because you know what's crazy? Because remember we had that talk. We was talking about the home gym thing, right?
Hmm.
And I really wanted to do it for myself and the wife, but I also in the back of my mind I was like, man, I don't want to get this shit and that shit be collecting fucking dust.
I don't think it will, man. I think that if from me knowing you, if you pay the money for it, you're gonna use it. I know
Yeah.
that about you. So, and also I think that if you don't use it, I think the wife is gonna take full advantage of it.
I definitely think it will be more her. I mean, she really the one who keep me on my shit anyway. When she started pointing at my belly like, "Hey, what we gonna do?" That's when I know I got to tighten up, man. But I mean, that just goes into bad habits, man. And I'll be the first to admit, dog. Like this is the biggest challenge in my life, dog. Being working from home every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm fortunate to do that, to be home with my family every day, and the fridge is right there. You know what I'm saying? The fridge stay packed. You know what I'm saying? It's endless places to eat. You know what I mean? Like they've made it so easy for you to eat bad is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy. Like, just think about it.
I agree.
You want some McDonald's or something. You want some Chipotle. Well, Chipotle ain't really that bad for you. You want some, you want some chicken wings, some shit like that. You DoorDash, you Uber Eat, you Postmate. You know what I'm saying? Like, but how many places, can you do that with just straight healthy food? First of all, it's not that many healthy spots because really eating healthy, it requires you to just go and buy the fucking food from the store and cook the shit.
Yeah, preparation.
Yeah, it's preparation. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
Preparation.
it's hard, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, for anybody out there who is just like, I'm not making no excuse for you. You know what I'm saying? We still need to tighten up, but it's
Yeah.
hard, dog.
I think one of the hardest things about fitness and what I tell a lot of people is that fitness is so hard because it's truly, really the only thing in this world that's 100% completely fair.
Mhm.
You have to earn it. It's nothing. You can't walk in the gym and lose weight. You can't just step on a treadmill and lose weight. You can't pick up a weight one time and expect to lose weight. You got to dig a little deep and build some mental tolerance and then patience. But also the number one thing I think that deters a lot of people from the gym and what makes what I do very popular is that I train in my home and I have a lot of one-on-one clients.
Yeah.
But what makes it so popular is that people are not scared to be vulnerable with me because a lot of people are scared to go to the gym and be in front of a large crowd, struggle,
Yeah.
sweat, and do things that they can't do, but they're watching 10, 20 other 30 people do. It's discouraging.
It is, man. Like, that's just like Gold's, man. Listen, Gold's Gym is not a bad gym. I used to always be like, man, I fucking hate Gold. It's not that I hate Gold's. I hate the motherfuckers that's in there. Not that I hate them, but it's like,
Yeah,
I just want to come in there, get my little swole on,
you
and
ain't
roll.
in competition with nobody.
It's like, I'm not in competition, but if I got this other nigga over here, you know what I'm saying? He in way better shape. He trying to lift twice as what I'm lifting. I'm like, bruh, like, I mean, you trying to see me or something? Like, I mean, I just not what I came in here for, though. I just came in here to lift. And then it's like, you got a combination of, the bodybuilder. I call them the meathead. It's a difference to me. It's a difference between the bodybuilder and the meathead. Bodybuilder just come in there, do what he got to do and roll. These meathead niggas, they be in there, they congregating all at the bench. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
taking turns, lifting 2 times every weight in the fucking gym.
They preying on a lot of women,
And
man.
then they preying on the women. You know what I'm saying? They waiting on that one little chick who look like she could be something just with a little bit of TLC.
Damsel in distress.
Damsel in distress.
Let me
like,
spot you.
sweetheart, you ain't lifting that right. Let me help you.
Let me spot
You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that be throwing me off. And then they be like, big dog, I can help you with that. I don't need no fucking help, bro. Like, I'll go to YouTube before I look. You know what I'm saying? I'm good.
Nah, man, I completely understand, man.
Yeah.
I think I went through both stages of my life. I think I was in the meathead stage when I was playing football. But once I got into this profession, I kind of adapted to the mindset of a bodybuilder where I go in with complete focus and focus on the body part, train, and that's it. But sometimes I do notice people be looking at me like I'm crazy because I just give them a head nod and I just work.
Well, dog, it's been times where we've been in the gym at the same time and you ain't even see me. And I be watching your ass and I'm like, you just be locked in. You come in there, you might have one of your clients with you, you know what I'm saying, 1 or 2. You do what you got to do, and you roll out. It don't be all that like the gym is not fucking happy hour, dog.
Yeah, nah,
It's
man.
not the chill spot. You know what I'm saying? Come in, do your thing, and get the fuck out of there. And I just feel like that shit don't get enforced. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's like, at the end of the day, that's why you have these, what do they call them? These fair weather folks who only come in the winter, and then in the summertime they gone. Nobody want to keep dealing with that shit. At that point, I'm just coming in the wintertime because I'm trying to get right for the summer. Once I'm good, I'm not coming back in here because it's uncomfortable. I agree. It is uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
It can create days of soreness.
It is.
It can expose some weaknesses. It also makes you prone to injury if you're not doing it right. It can give you a setback in your normal life. But on top of that, I think that a lot of people use gym as a therapeutic approach, and a lot of people are using the gym as a way to not go home because a lot of people may be running for some issues.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I agree with you on that, man. I think we
That's why
all,
they be hanging around talking.
I think we all be having our, like, what's my outlet so I can go home
Right.
at the very last minute type of. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I just know, even them days. Remember them days we was going in at like 4 in the morning,
Yeah.
and we seeing them same group of people. I'm like,
I
they
mean,
can't be working the same shift I'm working.
just think about it, man. You can see 6 or 7 dudes just in the gym doing the same exercise, waiting on one bench. I mean, the average rest time, you talking about 6, 7 dudes, and y'all taking videos and pictures. You're talking about 3 minutes before you get back on the bench. They're not there for results, man. A
No,
lot
you're
of
not
them,
there
some
for the
of them are there
result.
just for conversation, praying, and a lot of them might not just want to go home at times. And I don't mean
Yeah.
necessarily like they're running from or they're scared from their lady or nothing like that, but it's just something to do that tires you out, and it's just a manly thing to do. You know what I mean? Just being
Yeah,
around
yeah.
in the atmosphere is just a alpha experience in itself.
Yeah, and I think it's almost the same with the fit women. You got some of the women coming there. You know what I'm saying? They only do these the specific exercises. The gluteus maximus
Yeah,
joints,
I
and you know
call
what I'm
them
saying.
appealing exercises. They only do the exercises that appeal to the eye. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah. You see that, man? That's like, I listen. I salute all the women that's in there getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Getting their swole on. But look, y'all ain't off the fucking hook. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all at you get on the leg machine or whatever machine. Do listen. This is the one thing I don't like is when the woman go in there and they get on a machine that's for something and they doing it for something else. You going on here. This is supposed to be a leg press. You doing it somehow to work your ass out. Like, no, do
Yeah.
what it's for and get your ass out of here.
Well, I think that just comes from a knowledge based training. But also, one thing I can say about the women that I've noticed from being in the gym for years is that 90% of the women I know actually work harder than men in the gym, honestly.
Hell yeah. Oh,
And
I was getting to that.
I applaud it. And I train with some pretty outstanding females, and a lot of the females that I work with are stronger than some of the men.
I agree.
They're in better shape. Their focus level is different. The discipline is different. The consistency is different. And a lot of them, they really are not being stuck up. They just don't want to be bothered because they are really that focused.
I agree. I agree. There was a lot of, I want to say, regulars that I used to see up in Golds, man, and I would take 5 or 6 months off. I come in and they still in there same time. You know what I'm saying? Looking stronger. You know what I'm saying? You eat a little head nod and just keep it moving. They don't want to be fucked with that. Them the ones coming with them earphones in when they come in the door.
Yeah.
Don't
Put
talk
their
to me
head
about
down,
shit.
hat low,
Yeah, don't
fake
talk.
texting somebody. They
Yeah,
ain't texting
yeah,
nobody, but they
yeah,
play it on the phone like they texting somebody just
yeah,
so you
yeah.
don't speak.
Yeah, but you know what, man? My favorite exercise, man, out of the whole thing was the spin class, bro. I love. So yeah, man. I think I started taking the cycling classes probably like 2 years ago, well, maybe 3 years ago. I did it at Goals a few times, and when I was at 24 Hour Fitness, I did it there. The 24 Hour Fitness, the joint over there by Woodmore, their spin class room was actually huge, but they never filled a room. But the Goals joint, you know what I'm saying, between the folks that was in there and the instructor, it was a really good class, man. And I was coming out of there, drenched, 1,000 calories lighter, you know what I'm saying? But I think once the COVID thing and all that took over, that was like, that really pushed me to just go ahead and just, do it outside. And that was something growing up, you know what I'm saying? As a child, having a bicycle, man, that shit was like gold, you know what I mean? So now, the trend is cycling. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Cycling, man, cycling is amazing, man. We never realized as kids, uh, you know, how it affected us as far as staying in shape and being able to translate that type of energy, force, and velocity to playing sports every day with the lung capacity of our conditioning from training on a regular basis, man. We could ride from, I know I'm from Baltimore, so I could ride from the east side of Baltimore to the west side of Baltimore and back in one day on a bike and not even realize it, how long I've been riding just
How
because
far you went.
right, just because I'm riding with friends and we laughing and joking and going to the corner store
Yeah,
and
dog.
the purpose is to stay out late on purpose, actually with nothing to do. So we would
Yeah.
probably ride about 20, 30 miles a day.
Hell, you're not even paying attention to it. Back then, it's just like, well, let's go to the store, or let's go up the street. Let's go to the other neighborhood. Let's just go. You're not even realizing y'all racing each other and shit. Y'all going up and down hills. You're not even paying attention to how good an exercise between that and swimming. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
why we used to be able to eat whatever we want.
and that's when we used to be able to eat whatever we want. I didn't have to worry about weight and all that other shit because what I'm saying. When I was young, I was poor, so what I'm saying. I was either eating spaghetti, drumsticks, or ooza noodles. You know what I'm saying?
Or hot dogs.
You know what I'm saying? Or the hot dogs.
My
That's the
thing-
only thing I was eating. You know
My
what I'm
thing
saying?
in my family was we used to do a whole big pot of white rice. And that was our thing. Hot
Just
dogs
white
and
rice, hot dog rice. Well, yeah, shit, that'll stick to you.
Yep.
We was a hot dog and pork and bean family, man. That's why to this day, dog, I don't eat beans, man. I hate beans. I'm like, Mom, I don't no more beans, man.
That rice would keep you full, man. We used to do a
It
big
do, it
pot
do.
of rice.
I wasn't smart about the nutrition back then. I just ate whatever I could just to hold me over. But now, dog, it's like as an adult, cycling it's a lifestyle, man. Like when you was young, that was just your mode of transportation. But now when you get old, you're in your 30s, you get 20, 30, 40, 50s, man, it's a lifestyle, dog. And I went out and made a purchase, bought an $850 road bike, and I thought it just was the best thing I could. It was probably one of the few expensive purchases that like I'm so proud of to this day, man, because it's just a whole world, you know what I'm saying, that I think the people who don't cycle like don't even know about, you know what I'm saying?
I agree, man. I think that cycling has changed the perspective of being in shape for a lot of people. A lot of people typically are using the treadmill and just doing things that are not actually benefiting because it's actually tearing down their body to be outside running sprints and doing
Yeah.
things when you got all these injuries and stuff, man. So a low impact exercise is probably one of the best things for a lot of people.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, for anybody out there who may be contemplating, I'm trying to tell you, I'm putting the stamp of approval. Cycling is the shit. And I tell you right now, with all these apps, Strava and Relive and Garmin and all that, dog, it's so many ways that you can get in contact with other folks who cycle. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like people not being assholes. Like, oh, you cycle, let's go. Like, don't nobody care your level. Like, I started on a hybrid. You know what I'm saying? $300 Diamondback, and we used to cycle. You know what I'm saying? I never in my life thought I would cycle 30, 40 miles.
I agree with you, man. Actually, looking back, the reason why I named my business Second Look Fitness and Training, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you a little history about that. So you think about the first part of the name. It's called Second Look Fitness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Second Look Fitness is designed for you, for one, take a second look at yourself, and for two, take a second look at your life.
Yeah.
So when you put those things together, that just goes to show you that change is possible. So that's why the name Second Look Fit is Second Look Fit is designed to give people second chance to take a second look at themselves moving forward.
Shit, I need a third or fourth chance, goddamn it. Fuck that, man. Listen, you can have as many chances as you want. I love the name, but I need about 8 or 9 chances, man, because man, the flesh get weak, man. You know what I'm saying? The food just tasting better and better every day, man. And you know what I'm saying? Just, COVID-19. I had to keep bringing that shit up, dog, because COVID-19 really fucked a lot of shit up, dog. You know what I'm saying? For me, for my man right here, you know what I'm saying? Got a business to run. You know what I mean? I was a boot camp faithful, man.
Yeah.
And that shit fucked everything up, man. So it's just like now, I'm sitting there, like I said, I did a track day, man, and I felt like shit the whole day. And I was like, all right, goddamn it. Enough is enough. I know it's September, or it's getting ready to be September, but better late than never. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I can say about this is that there's two type of people in COVID. There's people that is going to struggle, and then there's people that is going to excel. And what I mean by that is the people that's going to struggle are people that are used to having the benefits of the gym and they use it for leisure. But the people that's going to excel is the people that use it from a therapeutic standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what I've also learned about people who get in extreme shape. Typically, the people that are in extreme shape are at the roughest points in their life, meaning that they're just living in the gym. They're focusing on the gym. They're
Yeah, bro.
just, the focus level is different because they got so many other stresses around them that they focus more on just structure to kind of rejuvenate their lifestyles and themselves.
Yeah, man. And that's something. I kind of feel like it's like a sensitive topic to kind of question. Like, you know, is that shit worth it, though? Like, I just be want to know. Like, when I see people training, like I saw you train, and I watched you drop a bunch of fucking weight, and then and your shit was sharp as steel. You know what I'm saying? And I've looked at some of your clients, and I've watched them train in the gym fucking every day, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So you go to the show, you win the show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, so what's next?
I think it's a personal goal, man. You can always improve in fitness. It's a goal that is a never-ending goal. Um, you can set your own personal goals. You can look at your body fat percentage. You can look
Yeah.
at your weight, um, putting on muscle year after year. It's just a goal that consistently keeps you involved in yourself. But not only that, it forces you to put yourself first. And I think that's what a lot of people out here struggle with. A lot
Yeah.
of us get pulled in so many different directions that when you actually settle down and focus on fitness, um, people around you will say you're becoming selfish. They'll say that you know you don't have time for everything. They'll tell you they even call you shallow. Um,
Mm.
but if you really, really think about it, man, the only thing you're doing is putting yourself first. Like, how can somebody be mad at you for you wanting to be as healthy as you can be? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be like. You know what I mean? If
I
anything, they should
mean,
join you.
it's just not enough time in the day, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one day you want to prioritize on this, or one point of your life. You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm at. This is what I want to do. I want to train for this. You know what I'm saying? I
Let me
want my body
let me
fat
ask
to
you a
be
question.
here.
Let me ask you a question.
Hmm?
You can run a mile in what, 16 minutes, maybe?
Shit, I don't know.
I mean, just think about it from a
It's it's
military.
it's, it's a little quicker than that.
Okay, so if you run a mile a day,
Hmm.
that could be 30 miles a month.
Yeah.
If you just change your diet by eating 3 good meals and run 30 miles a month, I guarantee you will maintain your weight or you will slowly drop.
Hmm.
But you're not running enough of a distance to tear your body down. But it only takes 16 minutes a day to maintain your health.
Damn, 16.
16 minutes. Think about it. A mile in 16 minutes.
That's slow.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
that's
that's
what
that's
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 what I'm
that's like
saying.
that's like a speed walk.
Right. But the conditioning for your heart and your lung comes first. A lot of
Mm.
people focus on the outside appearance of the body. You train from the inside to outside. You get in shape when you're able to go further, not when
Yeah.
you look better. So you could be a bodybuilder and be in 8% body fat, right?
Yeah.
But how many bodybuilders that can run 3 miles?
None.
None. They walk on the treadmill. They diet harder,
But they just walk in the incline.
walk on the incline. That's about it. You don't see no bodybuilders out here running miles.
No, they
So
don't.
they may look like they're in the best shape of their lives, but as far as health and condition, different story.
Yeah. It's one thing well, I think I had told you before, but when I had told you, I said when you told me that I needed to lose like 20, 25 pounds because I wanted to race,
Mhm.
and I was like, I didn't really see it, but it's like when I lost it, like I felt good as fuck. I was like, bro, like I had killed myself, nigga. I had ate fucking fish for like a month straight. I had ate ground turkey for 2 months straight. Nigga, that shit just tastes like cardboard. I was like, man, I gotta stick with it. And I had a couple of days, you know what I'm saying, where I fell off the wagon, but I was like, I would go get Chipotle and I would only eat like just the chicken. I wouldn't get no rice. I would try to just get any of the starch out.
Mhm.
And I got down to like what I think it was 194. I think I was about 217 when I came to you. I was 194 when you was done with.
17 when
And
you came done.
so I mean
How did you?
that was a good accomplishment for me. But the crazy thing is, I had gained about half the weight back before I raced.
Mhm.
But mentally, I felt so fucking good. I felt invincible, dog. Like when I got out that joint and that fucking flag dropped, nigga, little gut or not, I still went out there and smashed, dog. And I had did my best riding.
You know why? Because it became a personal goal to be
You
better.
dang, yeah, but it became a personal goal. You right.
And that goal was that every time you go out there, you're going to race your own time. But you beating your own time comes from you pushing harder in the gym. It doesn't come from you actually worried about racing somebody else.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I wasn't worried about that because at the end of the day, racing is about racing is not about how fast can you go. It's about how long can you go fast.
Right.
So here I am, you know what I'm saying, with a really crappy start. You know what I mean? I'm in the back. But here I am just slowly picking these niggas off. You know what I'm saying? To the last lap and boom, got him, and then I'm getting a podium. I had got 2 third-place wins that weekend.
Yeah.
So you know I was so amped. I think I had made a post and everything. Gave you all the kudos. Like, man, I couldn't have done this shit. You know what I'm saying? Without Lamarr Jones, you know what I'm saying? You know, really saw something in me and you know, forced me to get out there and just really get out of my comfort zone because that training, that shit was fucking brutal, dog. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't throwing up or nothing like that, but my fucking body was hurt. I still remember the workouts in the green belt department.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was my worst days,
Yeah.
dog. Those
a lot
are
of
my
people don't even
worst
know about
fucking
that,
days.
man.
A lot of people don't know about the green belt
Man,
workouts, dog.
Man, they don't know about it, man. I tell people, man, I tell you one thing, man. I went to a national show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of my competitors plays really high in nationals, and you know, one of the judges said, "Hey, where do you train at?" And I was standing next to her. She said, "I train with him. I train in his apartment." And he was like, "Oh, he must got an awesome gym, right?" And she was like, "We train in his living room." And
In the
the
living
guy
room.
kind of looked. He was like, "What do you mean?" And then
In the fucking living room.
in the living room. And I had, you know, at that point, I still had a whole couch in there. I was
Bruh.
transforming nationally ranked competitors in a living room.
I remember that shit, dog. You'd be like, get these weights. I just remember you just moving shit around. Just moving this up, plugging the treadmill up, moving that around. I was like, what the fuck is going on in here, dog? But, I mean, motherfuckers was coming out the door champions, though, man. So, I mean,
built in a living room.
that's
man.
the good,
So,
man.
just go to show you,
That's a
man.
legacy, man. That's something that you can sit back and tell your grandkids, man. You know, hey, look how many motherfuckers I built from a living room.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I think that I've even you know, got a little hate from it because a lot of
Oh
people,
God, it's always
you
a
know,
hater, dog.
I think far as, you know, on a competition standpoint, I've had people that train in the living room beat people who train in state of art gyms. And, you know, at the way I look at it is that comes down to coaching and knowledge base.
I was getting ready to say that. I think it's I think that comes with comfort, man. You know, because if you're my trainer and I come to work with you and you got me fucking throwing up and you know you don't give a shit how I feel. I got shit going on, and I mean, not saying that. I mean, I think that's a part of it, man. It's like if your client got some shit going on, I think as you know, for you being a person who's supposed to build them into this monster, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to cater to that shit too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My approach is never physical, man. Um, Believe it or not, man, my approach is to learn the person, um, build confidence within themselves, find out what's driving them to compete. Um, because being a competitor is not something that's just normal. You just don't roll out of the bed and want to do it. You know, it has to be some rhyme and reason, some form of a therapeutic approach. And it's almost like slow torture, man. Like you are volunteering to do this.
Yeah.
You have to really ask yourself, what is the reason for doing it? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
my approach is to really learn a person first. And then once I really learn a person, then I will start to cater their workouts and their diet to things. I even ask some of my clients, you know, what kind of snacks do you want? And I try to work it in that meal plan just because I want them to be able to slow roll themselves to a point where they can be able to go without it.
Yeah. So, what do you love about it, and what do you hate about it as far as training?
Let me. All right. What I love about it, what I hate about it. What I hate about it is how other people view you. Um, like I said, when you put yourself first, a lot of people tend to look down on training
Yeah.
because when you put yourself first, you're taking away from them, or you're exposing a lot of things that they lack. If they're very close to you and you're training hard and you're disciplined and you're able to say no to something and they can't say no to it, it makes them almost kind of, I don't want to say feel like a failure, but it just makes them have to check themselves every time. So I'll give you an example. If we go out to a restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
I'm training for a show, you eat whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
But say you got health issues, right? And I'm in great shape. And they come out and they say, "Do you want anything to eat?" I say, "No. I had a meal before I came in." And you're gonna eat something that you're not supposed to eat. And I'm sitting there and being able to hold a conversation with you, but it's killing you inside. It may taste good, but when you leave, you may say, "I got to get my shit together." I, it's one
Sometimes
thing.
that's what it. Sometimes that's what it takes, man. Sometimes you have to get that reality check.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
I tell you one thing I used to do that used to piss a lot of people off, and I ain't care about it, man. Um, I used to go out to the clubs with my homeboys, and I used to drink a protein shake in the car on the way to the club, and they be getting drunk, and I'm drinking a protein shake, but I'm drinking a protein shake. You know why? For one, I know it don't sit well with liquor. You know what I mean?
So it
So
just make you not want to
it
drink.
make me not even want to drink. The two
Mm.
keeps me full, so I don't want to eat nothing
You don't
at
want
the
to get
end
no
of the night.
late night eats.
Yeah, I don't want to eat nothing late night. You
Oh
know what I
man.
mean? So it's a thought process, but at the same time, I'm applying it in a way to where as though it's gonna put me in position to be successful. And
Yeah.
you know, I've had people call me a lame for it. I had people say, "Man, you can work it off. You could do this. You could do that." But hey, you gotta put yourself first, bro.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I mean, my question was, it was actually about as far as when you're training folks. But I
When I'm
mean,
training, what do I hate most about it? When I'm training?
yeah, when you're no, I'm talking about when
When I'm
you're
training
training people. That's what I meant.
Okay. Oh, I thought you meant
I
about.
mean,
All right, cool,
hey,
cool.
that
I
was
got
good.
you.
That was good what you gave me, but that's not even what I asked you. But
I
I mean,
got you.
that was deep though.
I got you. All right. I'll say what I hate most about
Oh,
training
you wrote
people.
some shit down.
Nah,
You wrote
it's a
some
video.
shit down.
It's a video.
Oh,
Uh,
you record yourself.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. What I hate most about training people, I really don't hate nothing about it. If I could say one thing about what I hate about training people is that when they care about what other people think about
Mm,
them, it has nothing to do with the person that I'm
pretty
training
deep.
because they're attempting to do the right thing. But I will say that that is the only thing I hate when they come to me, they want me to train them, but they are approaching it with the mindset of still caring what somebody else thinks about them.
Yeah, because I mean, they not locked in.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing I do with people, and it actually weeds people out. Is that they be like, I want to train. I'd be like, all right, send me some pictures, front, back, side, sports bra, spandex shorts,
Mm.
and don't block your face out. You know what they say? Oh no, I ain't ready for that. I ain't ready for that. I ain't ready. But I say, well, how do you want me to train something I can't see? Then you're
Yeah.
not really ready to be 100% vulnerable. And if you can't show me the person that's supposed to help you, then you still have some mental growing to do. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because you're coming to me for help.
Yeah, you're right.
So
You're right. You're right.
I would say the part that I hate is that when people try to take the training approach but still care about what
And
other
you
people
know,
think about it.
and you know, I think for me, from coming to the boot camps as long as I have, I can kind of tell, dog. It's like, when I remember, coming to boot camp when it was maybe bare minimum people, and it was always the same folks. And then it'd be that time where you might put a new members deal out or something like that, to try to bring some fresh blood in there. And you get all these folks, mostly women. You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
be attracting them women. I don't know what it is, but it be mostly women come in there. You have a few fellas come in, and it'll be all good at first. We have a boot camp with like 20, 25 people. I'll be like, when I come in and I see 20, 25 people at boot camp, I'll be kind of pissed off because I'm just like, I'm not even about to get my workout in because now you got to deal with all these new folks who coming in. Half of them coming in to get the workout in, half of them coming in to see what the fuck is going on, and half of them don't even really want to be there. They just testing the shit out. You know what I'm saying? So now, nigga like me coming in trying to get my mind, body, and soul right. I'm not getting the attention I need because you got 15 people in this joint that don't even know if this is what they really want to do, or they may be in there for what you said because they thinking about what other people think about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that kind of makes it harder for me as a trainer because you kind of gotta. I know you've seen it sometimes where I walk around and I still cater some workouts to some people and I
Mm-hmm.
pair some people up specifically because I know this person's going to push you, but I also are pairing people according to their mentality and their athletic ability.
Yeah, it's crazy that you can distinguish that shit because you be doing it quick. You be like you and you, and then you'll probably put me with one of the ladies if Brian ass ain't there or Wally not there, but she be fast as hell. I'm like, bruh,
Yeah, I
stop
know.
making
I
me
know
run,
she.
dog.
Well, I know she's in my mindset. If I compare you with somebody, I look at it like this. Uh, she's gonna push you for what you want. Your goal is to race. You race sport bike.
Yeah,
You race it at a high level. I'll pair you with someone who's a bodybuilder, who's great condition, who's training at a high level. Um, my goal is not for you to beat this person. My goal is just for you to push to keep up.
yeah,
But I already know that you pushing to keep up is already more than what you're used to.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But I also know that you have the mental capacity to understand that you need to push. Now, if it's somebody that I'll put it like this, I can't break your will.
nah, nah, nah.
So what I mean by that is I can put you with the best person and you're gonna push until you pass out.
Yeah,
And if I push you till you pass out, it's something in studies that I've written. It's called anabolic threshold,
mm-hmm.
meaning that you have to push your body to a certain point, and then you have to push past that point in order for your conditioning to improve. But a lot of that comes with having willpower.
Yeah, yeah.
So um, that's why I put you with certain people, push you like
And I
that.
mean, you know what I'm saying? I think that's something I got broke on that shit early. When I went to boot camp, dog, I was a double ration, which means I had to eat twice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I had to get 2 scoops of everything, regardless if I ate it or not, because I was so skinny. You know what I'm saying? And I was weak. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't really do a lot of pull ups. I mean, like in the Marine Corps, 20 pull ups is max point. The most I ever got was 19. You know what I'm saying? And sit ups was 100 sit ups. That was easy. When it came time to run, you know what I'm saying? I was running 19 minutes, 3 miles. You know what I'm saying? A perfect score is 18 minutes, 3 miles. The fastest I ever ran was like a 19:30. Listen, 19 minutes, 3 miles. That's fast as fuck. That is a borderline sprint the whole entire time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like to think about that now, and to be honest, I went out probably maybe a month ago and I tried to run a mile and I was like, fuck. It was humid as fuck, man. My knee was hurting. You know what I'm saying? I was just all over the place. But I also have to think that, that was 13 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's not an excuse for me to at least get back to a place where I feel good about myself. Like right now, I feel fucking terrible. You know what I'm saying? I rolled yesterday. I was gassed out. I was dehydrated. I was tired. Like I felt like straight trash. You know what I mean? So that's when I know like, you know, it's time to lock back in. But for me, it's the food. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like The wife would tell me all the time. She's like,
make it provide energy, man.
the only thing that grows on you is your damn stomach. That's it. That's it. If anybody know me,
Yeah.
the only place I gain weight is my stomach. That's it. So it's food for me. Like I could not work out and just eat right, and I will go back to the weight that you had me at. But it's like, I mean, it's like I'm active. I'm a parent, you know what I'm saying? My son is 10, my daughter's 4. Like I have to be active, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, I look to cycling to bring me back to life. But the thing about cycling, man, is you go out here and you do 25, 30 miles. I don't know about y'all. I'm out of commission for at least 2 days. You know what I'm saying? I see people who cycle 20, 30 miles a day. Bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not only the maintenance on your bike, the maintenance on your body.
That's a different level of conditioning, man.
It's a totally different level, man. Like listen, I've ridden with guys. I ride with this group called Come Get Your Bike On. Shout out to them. And they they have folks all different shapes and sizes, different bikes. One of the main guys who leads the more excruciating rides, he's on a hybrid bike. This motherfucker drink Coronas before the bike ride. And as soon as he shoot off, he gone.
For real?
He gone, dog. I'm telling you, he gone. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga running off? You know what I'm saying? But I knew guys like that in the service. I knew dudes in the service who, you know what I'm saying, you drink beer and shit, go PT, you know what I'm saying? And this big guy, but he drank Coors all day. Every day drank Coors. But that was just his thing, you know what I'm saying? But like they ride, man. They cycle 5 or 6 times a week. There's women out there leaving these dudes in the dust. And it's a lifestyle, man. So, I mean, I just know at this age, in our mid-30s, you know what I'm saying? We're pushing 40 in the next 5 or 6 years. It's like, you definitely got to find something that'll keep you going. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my neighborhood, I'm the youngest. I'm probably we're probably the youngest family in the neighborhood. All my neighbors walk.
All walk?
They walk.
Do they walk in a group, or is it just
Nah, they walk. Look, my neighbor right next to me, Mr. Rudy, he walk. If I leave out in the morning, take my kids to school and daycare, he walking. He on the phone. He holding the speakerphone like this, and he on the phone. That motherfucker be sweaty as a bitch. He walk.
Probably closing $1 million deals.
Hell yeah, he walk about 2-3 miles a day. He walk. Old white guy live on the corner. He walk. He be hunched back and shit, hunched back over. He get his walk in, man. It's like you have to find something that you can do daily that's gonna get it done. That'll keep the weight. That's all I want to do. I just want to keep the weight down. I don't want to do nothing drastic. Because I feel like when you do shit drastic, you're bound to go back to doing the same bullshit you was doing.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because you do anything drastic, man, it is not something sustainable. You know what I mean? You got to find something that like when people ask me, what should your diet look like? I tell them a diet that you can stick to.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, it's like, it's don't say, that's just tell me, hey, you can't drink no more. You can't eat fried food no more. You can't eat Pop-Tarts no more. You can't eat Doritos. What the fuck are you talking about? Nigga, that's my shit. Come on, bro. Like, if you tell me, hey, look, you can still eat Doritos, but just like maybe once a week or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or you can make fried food, but just, maybe like once, twice a month type deal. It's like, you
got to factor it in, man. You got to have somebody that really know how to do the calculations to cater it to you.
Hell yeah, because it's like, don't nobody know your body like you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like me. Like I fry food in the house. I probably only fry chicken maybe twice a month. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, as much as I fiend for it, I know when I make it in the house, I'm going to make it. But I don't do it all the time. I probably grill twice a month. You know what I'm saying? But it's just it's the snacking, dog. But I know,
it's the downtime, man.
It's the downtime, man. Too much downtime. But I know you had mentioned something about black people as far as the bad habits and the food, though.
Yeah, we never really truly learned the power of nutrition, because we're I mean, when you come from poverty, man, the goal is just to stay full. It's not to learn. You know what I mean?
I couldn't agree with you more, bro.
And the most we learned was the food charts. But they only taught us the food charts. They didn't teach us the food properties and how it affects the body.
Yeah.
And that's getting to more into a scientific approach where, a lot of us were kind of tuned out at that point because we're learning about stuff that we didn't have access to eating. I don't know too many black families in our age range that were eating carrots in the house. Like, it was foods that were in canned goods.
If it was, it was all some mixed veggie frozen medley
it wasn't.
type joint.
But we wasn't going to say, "Yo, I'm going to go buy a banana for potassium."
Never.
You know what I mean? Like, but you see how you look at the food property and you put those two and two together. We never did that.
You ever notice how you go in 7-Eleven? They had all that fucking junk and shit in there. The motherfucking the donuts and the chips.
The bananas right at the
and
counter.
They got the bananas right at the register, dog.
And
You never just think to go in there and grab them
and
shits, right?
We walk right by them every day. They put the bananas right next to the brownie.
Right next to them, they like, and look, the bananas $2 for $1. Yep. Like, damn, you can get two of these.
The cheapest thing in there.
But how many niggas eat two bananas back to back? I got one banana in me. That's it.
Hey, cheapest thing in there though.
Yep, and cheapest shit in there.
Probably the healthiest thing in 7-Eleven.
Yep. It's true, man. I mean, listen, I totally agree with you. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? I grew up poor. I grew up poor in a nice area, which I think, in my opinion, is worse than just living poor and then being in a poor area. Because you're the only poor nigga, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
it's
I get it.
When I started making some money, and I was like, shit, I can go ahead and, we can eat out tonight, boo. And we can eat out again tomorrow. And we can eat out 2 days later. That's when that weight kicked in.
Yeah.
It was just more so like, you know what I'm saying? Me, it's like me stunting saying, oh, yeah, I'm at Fridays tonight. Oh, I'm at Outback this night. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm at Founding Farmers this night. Or I'm at Ruth Chris. Or I'm at Fogle Day Show. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck do that mean? You out here packing on the pounds for the gram. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. Definitely, man. Everybody, when they say you eating good, man, people don't really mean you eating good.
Hell no.
They mean you gaining weight.
that shit look good for social media, man. That's it.
Yep, that's it.
It's only a handful of people I know. It's this rapper I follow, Larry June. West Coast dude, man. I fuck with him because he uses the same producer as my favorite rapper, Currency. Every time he posts like a food or a drink, it's a protein shake or it's fruit. He always promotes organic shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I never see nobody do that shit. But like he like dead ass on that shit, man. So I think, man, I think that's just a mistake that we make, man. Just coming up from nothing, eating bullshit, not eating at all. To a point where you can eat whatever you want, you're just naturally gonna go to the greasy, fatty shit that you always wanted. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. So we're gonna wrap it up, man. Look, we could talk about this shit all night, though. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna wrap it up, man. This episode 12, fitness. Featuring Lamarr Jones. You know what I'm saying? Pro bodybuilder. You know what I mean? You got anybody you want to shout out?
Anybody that's trying to stay consistent, man, just trying. I'm not gonna isolate anybody, but anybody that's just trying, man, I give you all the props.
Yeah, what's your social media so they can follow you?
My Instagram is Inky_all ALL_natural_Olympian.
All right, y'all. There y'all have it, man. Episode 12. We out of here. Captain out.